will not encourage dropout. It will encourage people of all ages to have confidence that yes, they can be educated and they can contribute to the society in a far better manner than what they were doing now. That's it. And in our society, anybody who drops out, in our family you would have seen, oh, he is a BSc failure. 5 years you could not do BSc. We will look down upon that student. And in our family also, the fellow will be depressed for no reason. He may be a brilliant fellow. He may be a good writer, but we were not encouraging. This part will not be there. In such a case, if somebody has developed enough understanding, he'll say, well, I go back, I'll do political science, international relations, finish my degree and start writing one newspaper or start earning my own money. This is the catch. This is the importance of this policy. This is the difference between what we had earlier and what we have now.
So should the student give a reason for discontinuing the course?
No. You can just leave. I don't want to continue.
Will you be able to get a job, like you will be giving a certificate or something?
Yes, at the end of the first year certificate, at the end of second year diploma, at the end of the third.
In the mid of 1 year. So yes.
No, not in the mid of 1 year. It is too early for somebody to leave. You know, it is when you start going for shopping. I'll give you a loose example. And when you go inside, you just look at this. You don't decide, you don't come out. You spend about 15, 20, 30 minutes to look at what are the products and what is it that you need to have it. Then only you will be able to decide what to take. So similarly, in education also, when somebody joins, it takes minimum 7, 8, 9 months to adjust to the circumstances. And after adjusting, one decides whether one would be able to do well in this or one should leave and come back again. Let me also tell you why this has been done. So far, what is our system? That you do well in school exam, go to the university, by mistake or fluke, by chance, if you do very well in, let's say, take the example of physics or mathematics. You have done very well by fluke. You may not have any liking or understanding. Since you have done very well, your parents will say, look, you are very good in this. You have to go in for BSc mathematics, without realizing whether the boy is good or not. So he will be forced into that. You start mathematical course, and during the course you find you are not good for this. I've been wrongly put into this. So you can afford to leave, go back, and suppose you have a liking for Sanskrit, you have a liking for music, you have a liking for Hindi. So one would come back again, he'll say, I'm not going to take maths, I will take music, Hindi and Sanskrit. Fine, you will be allowed. This freedom is going to be there, that you can take any subject that you wish to have at any stage of your life. I have seen many good physicists in the olden system who were not enjoying physics, but they were very good in music. I have a student of mine who is an excellent mridangam player. Go to Chennai, any temple festival is there, you will find him playing there. So he left science and came down to this. So your liking, your talent, you can harness by coming back to the educational system. This is there in this policy. Earlier on, it wasn't there. Suppose you have picked up one course. I'll take the example of physics. No bias, maybe chemistry, maybe psychology. But I'm not good at that. But I'm managing. Along with that, I need to study 2 other subjects. Let's say international relations and history. Well, that option is there. You can always pick up this, clear exams, and you will be getting a degree in that stream. So this freedom was not there earlier, which is now enshrined in this particular education policy.
This freedom is there to change the subjects, to change the discipline.
Yes, it is there.
But everything is dependent on the number of seats available as of now. So what happens then when that seat is not available?
I'll answer that. Huh?
Lateral in traveler.
Yeah. This is there. Suppose I'll give you a concrete example. Suppose in my university in physical sciences I have 60 seats. And those 60 seats are full. After about 8 months, I find that about 20 students are not liking. They want to leave and they want to change over to philosophy or history or sociology. So they would go. I'll be left with 40 seats. Then there'll be students who will be willing to join in there. So I'll be able to give them. Yes. Then there is no, that will also not be there. Suppose I don't have seat, I will tell them you can join Anna University, register here, do this course there, get the credit, come back to me and tell me that you have done it, I'll deposit your account here. So this is a very,
Can join a different university where the seat is available.
no. He will complete that particular credit and tell us that I've done this credit, now it will be a part of my degree.
You're going to implement this from this year or
This year,
from the campus or the affiliate?
in the campus and affiliated colleges, all put together.
Are the affiliating colleges on board?
We have conveyed this to every college. We have sent the documents to every college. We have directed the principals to start this year itself. If there is any difficulty or impediment in this, please come back to us. We will help you out in this.
India first university for national education for Pondicherry University.
No. Every university is doing it. Every university across the country, particularly central universities, which are funded by the central government, they have been directed to start and they are all starting. Now there are certain universities which have colleges affiliated or constituent colleges. They will also start simultaneously. Then there are private universities who are also supposed to be starting, but depending on their convenience, building, resources, students, funds, they will start at their own convenience, but they will have to catch up with us. If we are in the second year, they will have to be there. They cannot say we are starting now.
Academic banker.
That is academic bank of credit. I will explain that because this is a doubt which many people have. This is, let me give you don't take the figures exactly. Suppose I want to do graduation, which will be after 3 years, general graduation. And for that, I will say any student who has to be a graduate will have to necessarily complete, let's say, 100 credits. Right? So 100 credits, the moment somebody has it, he will be given the graduation degree. Now, how these 100 credits will be calculated? Suppose you learn philosophy for 10 hours, I'll give you 2 credits. You learn Sanskrit for this many hours, I'll give you 4 credits. You become an NCC cadet for 1 year, you take the training in all seriousness, you will get 4 credits. You become NSS, you will get 4 credits. So this way, or you become a good debater, extracurricular, we have 4 credits. Previously, anybody who will do NSS or NCC, no credit would be given. It used to be a waste of time. Of course, I will not call it waste of time because anybody who will have these would be a better student than the other ones because they will learn other things, art of time management, art of dressing up, art of walking, art of talking. Now here, when you do this, it will be given your academic credit will be given for this. So this way, if you add up and somebody gets 100, we'll say you're fit to be a graduate. Now how do we do it? You'll say it's a very difficult thing. Previously, when we had bank holders, account holders in our banks, we were telling them that, look, you remember we used to have passbook, we'll go to the counter, we'll give a check, he will take 20 minutes to see and then clearance and then entry will be made. Then we started computerization, there was a resistance. People said, many will become jobless, computers will do it, we will not allow, there was a strike in banking and ultimately who is going to manage these computers? Our atmosphere is very dusty, air conditioning, this, that, there's so many things if you remember. But ultimately, when we said it is possible, we are intelligent enough to do it, the whole banking in our country became computerized. Isn't it? There was no difficulty, nobody faces. Same thing is here. They said, who is going to keep the detailed accounts? Who has done what? This is where we are going to have that academic bank of credit. A student will have a number. What you are doing, record. Now, if somebody comes back to the university 20 years after leaving, we will have his details because it is all computerized. Manually, yes, I don't like so-and-so, he will tear off that page. You run after anybody. Everybody, it's mandatory. Yes, academic bank of credit, everybody has to register and this is mandatory. Everybody will have to follow it. There are some hiccups here and there. Some colleges are telling, sir, we don't have enough computers, we do not have enough resources. We are telling, develop these And if there is help required, you write to the concerned regulating bodies, they will help you out.
In the case of this infrastructure itself, see, most of the government colleges are funded by the state government. So in the case of, like you said, some colleges said like they don't have the equipment or resources. So in that case, what will they do?
Well, they are developing all this, and if they tell us the difficulty, we will also put it, and they'll be helped. There is no escape from not policing national education policy. Which one?
Not all colleges.
All colleges. We have 101 now. Over 101 colleges affiliated with us. Everybody is going to follow this.
Sir, speaking regional language, 12 languages, it is a compulsory or
Choice. Languages are going to be totally on your own choice. If I like to study Tamil, I should be allowed to do it. And suppose I want to do Telugu. No, and I don't have Telugu here. I'm just giving you an example. So I'll talk to Anna University that, do you have Telugu? They'll say yes. I'll say these two students of mine will study Telugu in your university. And once they clear exam, you tell us, we will deposit that much credit in our account in their name.
same, all 101 colleges, they will follow.
They will follow, but you will appreciate, our country is a large country and the population is large. So though we have said that from this year onwards everybody will follow, we are also seized of the fact that colleges have difficulties. Every college doesn't have same kind of infrastructure. They don't have similar room. Suppose they want to have too many options. I'm giving you a combination, philosophy, sociology, Hindi. One will say mathematics, physics and philosophy. Endless combinations will be there, and every college may not be able to cater to all this. So in that case, colleges have been directed, they have been given freedom that under your resources, whatever you have, you tell students, this is what we will be having this year. Over and above, outside this, if somebody wants, tell us, then we will see where to put them. But initially, they may have to work within certain limited parameter. Gradually, it will be expanded. This could immediately be done, but then let me tell you, all colleges, all institutions to be precise, may not be in a position to register in the Academic Bank of Products. So if they get it delayed, then we'll have to allow them that whatever they have in their parameters, let that be followed for a year or so, and then gradually expand.
Sir, new policy is but BA Tamil is cancelled policy. BA Tamil degree.
No, you can talk to him. In Tamil, you explain in Tamil.
Yeah, சொல்லுங்க என்ன
BA Tamil வந்து கானர்ஸ் மாத்துறாங்க.
இல்லை இப்போ ஆனர்ஸ் மாத்தினாலும் 3 வருஷத்துலேருந்து 4 வருஷம் ஆகுறாங்க அவ்வளோதான். வேற எதுவும் மற்றது பண்ணல. எம்ஏவில் இருக்கிறது பாதி எடுத்து வச்சு எம்ஏ வந்து 1 வருஷம் தான் வரும். அது மாதிரி மாத்துறாங்க.
பிஜி வந்து 1 இயர் ஆயிடும்.
ஏன்னா நீங்க 4 வருஷம் எம்ஏ முடிச்சிட்டீங்க.
பழைய முறையில் இருந்து திருப்பி 3 இயர்ஸா கொண்டு வந்தாங்க.
இல்ல 3 இயர்ஸ்
கானர்ஸ்ன்ற பேர்ல பழைய
இல்ல இந்த பிஏ வந்து 4 வருஷம் ஆக்கின பிறகு அதுல வந்து நீங்க அது 7.5% எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னு வச்சுங்க, 7.5 கிரெடிட் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா சிஜிபிஏ நீங்க டைரக்டா பிஹெச்டி பண்ணலாம். முதல்ல வந்து பிஏ முடிச்சு பிஹெச்டி பண்ண முடியாது. அதான் இப்போ வந்து பிஏ முடிச்சு இல்ல பிஏ ஆனர்ஸ் முடிச்சோன்னா டைரக்டா பிஹெச்டி பண்ணலாம். எம்ஏ தேவை. பட் 7.5 சிஜிபிஏ எடுக்கணும். அது எடுக்காதவங்க எம்ஏ பண்ணலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு 1 இயர் எம்ஏ.
சார் இந்த வருஷம் எத்தனை கோர்ஸ் புது கோர்ஸ் வந்து இந்த அகாடமிக் இயர்ல வந்து
இங்க யூனிவர்சிட்டியில 5 கோர்ஸ் பண்றோம்.
என்ன கோர்ஸ் சார்?
So BA history and then BA social science and then BA chemistry, physics, earth science. So like this there are many.
எல்லாமே 4 years தான்.
You will have more choice of subjects, which was not there earlier. UG, that's
4 years.
4 years.
PG only 1 year.
not 2 years.
PG existing 2 years, but this batch will go no. That time only that will become 1 year.
ஏற்கனவே இப்ப 2 வருஷம் படிச்சிட்டு செகண்ட் இயர் படிச்சிட்டு
Let them live, they will continue.
they will continue only 3 years.
3 years.
In our integrated system, it will be 3 and 2. You will be allowed to come out after 3 years if you don't want to continue. Go out, work. 10 years later, you want to come back. You will come back and finish 2 more years to get the MA. And suppose you want to join after 3 years. You will be allowed to join for 2 more years to complete MA.
எவ்வளோ நாள் ஒன்றா இருந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணலாம், ஒன்றும் தப்பு இல்லை. திருப்பி வந்து வரலாம். இங்கே மட்டும் இல்லை, வேற எந்த யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் கூட கண்டினியூ பண்ணிக்கலாம். வேற எதுவும் இல்லை, அதே கோர்ஸ் நீங்கள் கண்டினியூ பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஏன்னா அகாடமிக் பேங்க் ஆஃப் கிரெடிட் இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, இங்கே எடுத்துட்டு மேலே பேங்க் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் மாதிரி.
One minute.
We'll take up later. Let us concentrate on
What
NEP.
is it?
He is talking about ranking. We'll take up later. We'll take up later.
Ranking we can talk, but at the end. Okay.
First, we'll concentrate on NEP.
One minute, please. No, there also.
No, slowly there.
No, it has to be, eventually every institute will have academic bank of credit registration. Everywhere. But professional colleges will begin slowly because their guidelines are being prepared. The subject combination is also too much. That is being worked out. And National Medical Commission is providing guidelines for them. So that has to be linked to the other. So there we are doing it. It will be done, but little differently.
Initially, UGC and AICT courses we are implementing. Later on, slowly other courses also will. Yeah.
Obviously, that will be done because, whenever we start something new, we will watch what is the performance. And you will understand our country is not like what European countries are. They are all Europe put together, we are not equivalent to our country. So we have a different kind of difficulties, languages, conventions, styles. So here, when we implement such a wide thing, we will find some difficulties here and there. So after 1 year, we'll review where are the problems and we'll sort it out.
Sir, 3 வருஷம் படிப்புக்கும் 4 வருஷம் படிப்புக்கு என்ன வித்தியாசம் இருக்கு? நான் மாணவர்களுக்கு என்ன பயணம்? 1 வருஷம் அவங்க வந்து டிகிரி முடிச்சிட்டு போனா ஜாபுக்கு போலாம். இல்ல எக்ஸ்ட்ரா 1 வருஷம் போது அவங்களுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான
He is asking difference between 3-year course and 4-year course.
You want to explain? Or?
You can tell in English.
See, you want in Tamil or English?
No problem.
Explain that the 3 years is...
See, 4-year main advantage என்னன்னா, suppose நம்ம 3-year வந்து நம்ம தான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அமெரிக்காவில் எல்லாருமே 4 year தான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இப்போ நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இங்கேருந்து மேல் படிப்புக்கு போனால் மறுபடியும் அங்கே படிக்க வேண்டியதாக இருக்காங்க. பட் வேறஸ் இப்போ வந்து இப்போ 4 years இங்கே முடிச்சுட்டு டைரெக்டாக தே கேன் கோ ஃபார் ஹையர் ஸ்டடீஸ் ஈஸிலி. இல்லாட்டி இங்கே 3 years முடிச்சுட்டு அங்கே மறுபடியும் அது ஓல்டு பிரிட்டிஷ் சிஸ்டம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறதால மறுபடியும் அங்கே ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறது. தட் இஸ் ஒன் திங். பட் அதுதான் மெயின் திங். அது இல்லாமல் மற்ற அட்வான்டேஜஸும் இருக்கு, கம்பைன் பண்ணி எல்லாமே இட் இஸ் தி எல்லா டிஃபிகல்ட்டிஸையும் கம்பைன் பண்ணி இப்போ ஓகே.
But then it's not a must. See, it's not a must for them to complete right till the end. Suppose somebody doesn't want, he wants basic education, 2 years diploma he takes, then starts his own venture or competitive preparation or... See, right now, what is it? Unless somebody graduates, let him go anywhere, you will not treat him with respect. Oh, you are not even graduate? He may be better than the hundreds of other students who are masters. But we'll tell him, oh, no, you are not graduate, no good. But here in this system, somebody learns basic, leaves after 2 years, and goes for a job. If he is very good, talented, he will be able to get it. Because that compulsion of having graduation is not going to be there. It is your writing skill, it is your other management skills which will put you in better stead. And that is what we are going to provide through this.
இல்லை எல்லாம் filled up. No, everything is filled up. He is asking about seats, the teachers' seats. We have conducted all the interview. We have
Teachers are all full. In fact, a time is going to come, not immediately, maybe 3 or 4 years from now, when it will be very difficult for a university to tell that you will require 100 teachers. Because, depending on what combination of subjects people are opting, I may not have all. So I may have to send them to Madras University or Anna University or other close by institutes. So they'll be studying there. Likewise, their students will come to us, which we may have or they may have. So depending upon that, we will have to increase or decrease our strength. So it will be a floating number eventually. You know, there is a class of teachers which has been introduced in the university now from this year. That is called professors of practice. Suppose that will be, suppose if there is a music department and I put Ilayaraja as a professor there, you will say, all right, he doesn't have master's degree, how can you put him? Now anybody having master's degree or anybody, any kind of degree will be no match to great Ilayaraja. So if he is put as a professor of music, I think that will be a great asset to the university. This has been allowed now. Suppose I put somebody, let's say in cricket, I put Rahul Dravid as a professor here. Will you tell him he doesn't have master's degree? He will not be allowed. He is a much better person than that kind of a thing is allowed. A brilliant doctor who is just a doctor, by practice he has performed hundreds of surgeries, but he doesn't have master's degree, only MBBS. So with this sheer strength, I'll be able to put him as a professor because he can teach much better. So this system of professor of practices has been started now, and this is going to be a great success for university systems. No, that will go regularly. Semester exam, the way we have been following now, it shall be followed there also. Initially in the first year, you may find some 15-20 days here and there adjustment gap, because we are now following staggered timetable, and this will be regularized by the end of this year. Next year onwards it will be all smooth.
We started very late. CET first time they started because it is
So admission got a little delayed.
because that's the reason. Last time, CET UG last year started. That's the delay. But this year we have already completed. We have started all the process.
But next year onwards it will all be. Next year onwards,
Slight change will be there. The continuous evaluation will be there.
next year onwards it will all be routinely followed as the regular exam. But I am saying, because of the largeness in this, there may be a gap of about a week or 2 weeks in terms of examination. I may start early. One of my colleges, they may start a little later, but that we will have to take it because of the complexity.
Because they did not follow CET, but we followed CET. That is the problem. This year and will not. Already CET is over. We started the registration. We are going to admit the students. One by one. Asking about the president visit, whether any convocation is going.
See, if President is going to come, she is most welcome here. We will be all honored. And it is a delightful thing if President visits us. Hopefully she visits us. That's what I'll say.
No. So you can see he is asking about the Hindi. Yes, please. See, he is asking about Tamil, the Hindi implementation. See, if you see this, the language is the one of the language.
See, this policy does not impose any language on anyone. It is the best policy we could have thought of in terms of freedom of learning languages. And let me also tell you, there is a wrong notion in our country that knowledge of a language is learning of a language is knowledge. It is not so. Knowledge is what you gain on your own. We have a wrong notion in our mind that somebody who speaks very good English is very brilliant, very intelligent. We take it that way. I keep telling, knowing a language is not knowing knowledge, having knowledge. It's a stair through which you can attain knowledge. So therefore one should have a heart to learn as many languages as you can, It is always an advantage. And fortunately, in our country, go anywhere, you will find everybody knows 2-3 languages. It just comes within. So this advantage we should encash on. We should not fall on the narrow ends of imposition of X language or Y languages. If anybody wants to learn more languages, one is welcome. This is what this education policy emphasizes. We have no hatred of any kind for any language. We respect every language. And fortunately, we are in an area where it is a Tamil speaking area. Tamil Nadu is all Tamil. And fortunately, we are in an area where the language is not a new language. Tamil language is the oldest language. It has the richest literature, richest style, richest conventions. So why should we not promote it further? Promoting Tamil language means you are promoting your own culture. We should be welcome. And if somebody wants to know Hindi, wants to learn Hindi, he is most welcome to do that. So respect for all languages is there as a part of this policy.
ஆசிரியர் பணியிடங்கள் நிரப்பணும்னு சொன்னீங்க. அது மாதிரி இங்க பல்கலைக்கழகத்துல ஆசிரியர் பணியிடம் அது மாதிரி நான் டீச்சிங்ல பணியிடம் நிரப்புறதுக்கு வந்து பல்வேறு ஊழல்கள் முறைகேடுகள் நடந்ததாகவும் குற்றச்சாட்டுகளும் நல்லா தெரியும். அந்த அடிப்படை பார்க்கும்போது டீச்சர்ஸ் வந்து தகுதியானவர்களா, அவர்கள் வந்து சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க தகுதியானவர்களா, இல்லைன்னா வந்து வேண்டிய நபர்கள் கொடுக்கப்பட்டது அது ஒரு குற்றச்சாட்டு இருக்கு. நீங்க எப்படி இது பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, உள்ள பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
He is talking about recruitment of non-teaching and.
We are doing it. We have had a very difficult, torturous exercise of recruiting teachers, completing their promotional activities. Promotions have been given to a large number, and many non-teaching staff has also been inducted. Many more, we have collected data, will be recruited soon, but following norms in the strict sense of the word. We will recruit. We are very soon going to start this exercise.
Long pending demand for this 25% reservation of your students. Recently also there was a
Yes. No. I'll be happy to give a clarification.
So we just want to know from the university side that whether you have taken it up with the ministry.
We have. Let me tell you, you are demanding 25% reservation. We are not sticking to this 25%. We are giving much more than that. Any Pondicherry student who comes for admission and he fulfills the criteria, we just give him admission. And right now, if you look at the data, in any course there are more than 25% students from our local area. Any course you pick up. The average is 35, 37, 40%. So if I restrict that 25% is over, no more. I'm not doing that. Any number is most welcome. And any course you pick up, they are more than this. Now the question of reservation in the strict sense, some courses we reserved, we did this reservation when the university started. Some other professional courses where there was a demand and there was a need, we did this also. But to give a general reservation, one is that I make a statement, yes, but then I'll have to say that 25% are over in earth sciences, no more students, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying anybody who's having the required, who's fulfilling the required criteria, we admit them. And I am making a statement, any course you pick up, there are more than 35% students from Pondicherry, and no restriction. Recently, we started a course in management in Karaikal. They said it's a backward area, there was a need of this course. So let's give 100% reservation to the local students. I said done, because we have a similar course here. People are coming from all over the country. There are all seats reserved for Karaikal students. 100% reservation.
நடைமுறை இருக்கும்போதே வந்து 146 இடத்துக்கு வந்தீங்க. இப்ப தேசிய கல்விக் கொள்கையை கொண்டு வந்திருக்கனால இது சாத்தியமாகுமா? ரேங்க் முன்னாடி வருமா?
One more thing, I'll just answer this. So on this reservation, wherever there is a necessity, we are taking care of that. But for me to make a generalized statement, 25% reservation, please have a nationwide repercussion of this. Then Central University, Odisha students will say 25% reservation. Kerala will say 25%. Punjab will say 25%. Central University means it's a national body where education has to be encouraged for all. Teachers have to come from all parts. Students have to come from all parts. So this will not be there. But since Pondicherry University has a special character, every state has many universities. Our Pondicherry has one university. We are conscious of this fact. That is why in certain important courses, like I have given you the Karaikal example, we have started this course in Andaman Nicobar management. Now there people have to, for doing this course, have to rush out to mainland. So to avoid that, the course that we have started, we said 100% reservation for islanders. So wherever there is a need, we are doing it. But if I make a sweeping statement like this, it will have wider repercussion all over, which we don't want. We have to follow national character, national policy. So we are doing it, keeping in mind the requirement of Pondicherry. And we have written to ministry also, 2 years back also, last year also.
What was the response?
They said this has to be examined in the wider arena, which I have said, rightly so. So they are looking at it. You are asking me a very difficult question because it's difficult to remember. I can give you that after I check what is the data. But yes, had you asked a question, is the fund allocation enough or not, I would have immediately said it is not. I need more money. But what is the fund allocation? If I tell you, well, 30 crores, this many lakhs, this many and this many paisa, you will say, oh, it is not this, it is not 48 paisa, it is 98 paisa, I gave a wrong figure. So I'll refrain from making this. I'll have to check and tell you.
Fund whether increased or not?
Not much. No. We are trying. We are representing. And wherever there is a desperate, dire need, they do give it. But we have to raise our hands that we are desperately needing this. Last year?
How much it was given last year? How much this year?
This year they increased by about 10%. The increase is there. Amount I will have to check and tell you. My mind is into too many things, so it will be difficult for me to remember. Endowment funds we are through that we are giving gold medal to a number of students, and we encourage, if anybody wants to start an endowment, we encourage them. Anybody gives 10 lakhs, we start a gold medal in somebody's name.
Has it also gone up? Or
No, it has gone up. It used to be, I think, 2 lakhs earlier, then 5 lakhs. Now it is 10 lakhs, if I remember.
5 lakhs.
5 lakhs now. We are thinking of raising it to 10 lakhs. But right now it is 5 lakhs. But 10 lakhs also, when we talk to some corporate houses, they say, oh, it's only 10 lakhs, why don't you raise? So we have to look at the general public also.
The new system is implemented to some college they don't have infrastructure, including in government colleges. So then who will monitor, who will certify, who will approve?
See, I'll tell you, when this comes in practice in the fullest sense, there is nothing to be monitored because everything is going to be computerized. Like here, State Bank of India, sitting in Delhi, they can always monitor what is Pondicherry's deposits today. Nobody has to come here. Similarly, Academic Bank of Credit, once it is fully done, anybody will be able to monitor. So sitting in my office, I will know how much this college has and how much this college is following. It won't be difficult, but initially there are hiccups. Every college has to register for this, which they are doing it slowly within their own limitations. And we are also not very rigid and strict.
Ranking going up to down.
No, this is a misnomer. I will clarify that. Now that ranking you have started, I want to clarify on that. 5 years back, our ranking, you said it was 42, 48 or 42. Then it came down to 58, 68 and whatever. Let me give you a clarification on this. When the ranking was 42, there were only 450 institutes participating. So we were 48 out of 450. Next year, the number went to 600 something. So we were 48 out of 600. Then the number went to 800. Then they said all private institutes are also allowed. All private universities are also allowed to participate. Number went to 1100. Then 1300. Now whatever is our ranking, you can compare 48 out of 500. And now If you are 101 out of 1300, which is higher? That is one. And if you compare the points that we give, marks, awards, our marks have been consistently increasing. We have not gone down in any of the category. Now, the question of ranking going down overall, there is a reason which I don't mind putting it very openly. Here in our university, when somebody would register for PhD, he will have to go through all rigorous checks before he is awarded the degree. And nobody would get a degree with these checks before 4 years. Degree will be awarded, and our PhD degree has a value. He goes to US, I am a PhD from Pondicherry, they will respect. What other universities have done in the region here, adjoining Tamil Nadu, wherever you can name, pick up any university. They have allowed all their colleges, teachers to guide PhD. I don't want to give you an example. You pick up the data on your own, Bhartiyar, Bharatidasan, Periyar, Salem, wherever, any university you pick up, they have allowed all college teachers to become guides. So all college teachers are guiding students. And they are producing a PhD within 2 years. So their number of PhD in a year is 500. Our PhDs with this regular check is 60, 80, 100, 110. So they will say, oh, Pondicherry produces only 110, this university produces 600. They give points and they gain in that. Now, I could have also allowed that all my 101 colleges, all teachers are allowed to register students and give degrees. Now, a student working with me will take 4 years, will have to work very hard. A student in one remote college where they don't even have facility, a teacher is not being paid a regular salary, you know about it, 15, 20,000 rupees a month. And if he registers a student, and he will tell, okay, I am going to give you this degree in 2 years, provided I don't want to say anything else. So that degree will be what value and our degree will be what value. So the number will go down, our number will go up, our ranking may go up, but I don't want to dilute the standard. In terms of our scores, we are much better. Let me also give you a data. In central universities alone, though our category country-wise is going down because there are many private players, I cannot afford to give a wrong data. If my students are 800, I'll say 800. A private university here, XYZ, I'm not naming, they may have 600, they have 6,000 students. All private this thing. They will say, whatever teachers I have, I will give that number. Those private players will say, they may have 60 teachers, they'll say I have 600 teachers. So on that basis, they are getting A++, and we are getting A, whatever, I don't care. Our ranking in central universities was 38th when it took over. Then it went on to, in the first 20s. Then we came down to 9th, year before last. Last year we were 8th. And this year, the score, if we take, we are still around 7 or 8. That is to be seen. You know, you compare horses with horses. So that's the example I'll say. Don't compare. We have done it. We have done it. We have said it in all meetings, I told them that if you want to rank central universities alone, don't put private players here. See, if I am getting, let's say, 200 crores, every penny of mine is audited at 3-4 stages. Right? And if whatever they get, if the mandate is that you have to spend this 10 crores on science labs, and instead of those science labs, they spend it on their buildings, and they spend it in looking after whomsoever, obviously they are better placed to get better ranking. If I am asked to spend 10 crores in my biology department, I'll have to do it. I can't afford to say that let's make political science better. No question. So I am bound by certain regulations, and I am checked at 5 places, right up to Parliament. My report goes to Parliament. But these people, they can have, if I tell them that the football color while playing has to be this, they will say, no, I will play with pink football, black football, orange football. They are free to do it. Who's going to stop them? I can't do that in my field. I will have to follow my national standards. So please tell in your writings that our ranking is not going down. We are improving every year. And we have to look at the benefit of society. I don't have to look at the benefit of an individual. Private universities and colleges, they are looking at their own kitties. I'm not bothered about it. Any penny that comes, I am utilizing for the benefit of society, which we will continue to do it, irrespective of what public thinks about it. I am answerable. We will continue to be answerable. Please write it in your, wherever you're putting, that standards are going up every year. Jipmer?
Is talking Jipmer is going up, whereas your university is coming down.
No. Let me tell you, the standing of these hospitals, Jipmer is a center of excellence, hospital of all India importance in the category of AIIMS. In fact, Jipmer is older than AIIMS. Now, if you compare, let me tell you, Jipmer's performance is far better because of two reasons. Anybody who goes to Jipmer will just get a registration done without paying even a single rupee and start getting the treatment. Every treatment is free. In AIIMS, you go today in Delhi, anybody who is going will have to pay 200 rupees to register. So this is one difference. There,
For the hospital, I did not in the hospital. I want only for the education system.
no, it's same.
Already, but this one we will start from 1 or 2 years.
Enhance the integrated courses by the
Yes, they'll be gradually extended to,
5 as of now.
right now 5. We had 3, then 4, 5. Now we are going to extend it to other courses also.
This year we are, we have not yet
No.
decided.
Ultimately, every subject will have integrated course. Aim is to have 100%. But gradually we are beginning because, you will appreciate we can't start straight away. We have to look at the resources, teachers, all those. We are adding more resources. Many of our buildings are ready. Any VIP who comes, the buildings will be inaugurated. Then next year we'll start more. Are you tired? My dear friends, this is for everybody's attention. I in a lighter vein always tell my friends, they say, when are you in the office? I said, look, I am a prisoner of Pondicherry University. I come here in the morning and leave at about 8:30. Then when I leave, I am on parole. I go home, do my things, and next day again in the morning I am back. So, prisoners will get a parole for 8 hours, 10 hours. So I'm here, you are saying, when anybody who wants to interact with me can get in touch with my office or in my registrar's office, we will be available. We will love to answer your queries because it is through your queries we will have the chance to improve further.
Yeah, there has been several issues in the university, but there was no
What are those issues?